Oh, oh, okay. Why am I all the way over here? No, no, no. Hi. Hi. Me, friendly neighborhood aliens, trying to hear on the turtle from the sun. And I am wondering. My model's all the way over there. Okay. I'm gonna let me start the app. Where is it? There it is. I didn't get completely set up. Okay, and of course, this is when the secondary monitor decides to crap out on me. Okay, sorry about this. This is just starting off with lots of scuff. Come on, come on. Okay. Oh, hello. No, my stream's not going all that well right now, as you can see. Lots of scuff to start with. How are you doing? Okay, let me get this set up. Yeah, my model's like way over here right now. I don't know what's going on. You know what? I am gonna turn off tracking. Oh, no. Okay, no. Maybe I turn it back on. Okay, that's good to hear. Um, sorry, I'm trying to get some stuff. I'm turning off tracking for now. There we go. There we go. At least I can have that on while I do Handcam today. Oh. Oh. Okay, so still working on Equinox, my ball jointed doll. I gave the doll a good coat of, at least one coat of clear coat to help prevent some chipping. Did some minor touch-ups on paint. I'm trying to cover up as much pink and stuff from joints as possible. I got all the parts over here in case I get the stringing. But today, it's not a day to worry about stringing a doll. I think I left my drink out there. I think I left my drink out in the kitchen. Had to grab a quick bite to eat before stream. And I'm just kind of rushing. Okay, so let me see this. Well, my model's from another planet. Whereas I am here in the great state of Michigan in the United States of America. So I got my crappy ironing board out here. I am so prepared today. That's what I am. I am so prepared. Getting my iron set up. And where are you from? Okay, plug this iron in. Oh, come on, where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh, that is like up at max? No. Supposed to be. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you broke. Don't tell me my only iron broke. Oh, no. Okay. Right now? I don't know. Oh, come on. The light's not coming on my iron. I think the cord broke. Oh, now my monitor's all. Oh no, it was heating up. It was heating up. My iron was heating up. Okay. Not broken, just like the light is not coming on. Okay, I need to get a curling. I need to get like a straightening iron or something. Sorry about that. My monitor is full of scuff. I'm using an old TV as a secondary monitor on my craft table, and it's acting up. This old TV does not like being used as a monitor sometimes. Yeah, I made this model. It's a Vroid. It's a Vroid. But yeah, I made it partially. Okay then. Get my hair out. Thanks. But just a Vroid. I made some of it. Some of it I pulled off pulled off of booth. Like the hair, I really like the hair, and um, I can't afford any models right now. I really can't. Part of the reason why I made the model myself is I cannot afford a model. I can't even afford a hair straightener. I'm using a regular iron for this. So, yeah. I really can't afford a model. Plus, to be honest, with all the scam bots and stuff, I tend not to I tend not to check other people's work out because there's so many scam bots out there nowadays. And I swear, if I go to somebody's Instagram, if I go to somebody's Instagram and see the same, 10 pictures as I've seen on 13 other accounts, I will scream. Um, yeah, I can do that after stream. Kind of want to focus on making my doll, or at least making the hair wefts for my doll. I'm just gonna unravel the yarn first. Yeah, I can check your Twitch out after I get done with stream. Do you have a schedule or anything? Okay, let's just unravel. One thing I do not, well, I actually do enjoy making the hair. But I'm not a big fan of just unraveling. And I am impressed by the people. Earlier this week, I got some the YouTube algorithm saw me looking up, you know, doll wig making tutorials and assumed I also would like yarn wigs for cosplay and stuff. Which, honestly, I do enjoy. You know, I do kind of want to watch those too because cosplayers are impressive. You know, but I would not want to be doing this all the time to make a wig. And there are people like that who will. They will just completely unravel yarn and make a wig. That's insane to me. I mean, more power to them. But I find that kind of insane. I'm going to grab a pair of tweezers. Tweezers. Really got to organize my organize better too. Maybe set up some dedicated drawers for tools and stuff and have all that. Like, come on. I think I'm separating the hair wrong. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think I grabbed the wrong ones. I think those two go together and this one goes together. Yeah, there we go. First things first, I have to brush this yarn out. And I gotta make like a lot. But you can see I got that one partially. It needs to be ironed. But I'm doing this one first. Part of me just kind of thinks I should just leave the hair like this. Hopefully it's long enough. If I have to make more yarn wefts, I probably will. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm gonna get my brush out. I should pull this up sometime. So, wrong side. My mom had this. Oh, little sewing kit thing that I have now because I always loved it. And that's why I put all my doll making stuff. This sure beats trying to do this with a comb. You know what? I'm gonna iron. I think I am gonna iron here. Now I have my iron at like low heat. I don't have a hair iron. I kind of want to go into Walmart tomorrow and see how much one costs, but okay, the light works on the side. This isn't coming on for some reason. I just gotta straighten out the hair a bit. So I keep it on low. I'm using acrylic yarn to make the hair. I'm gonna turn it up a scotch here. And I'm doing it on this ironing board. I'm just trying to straighten out the hair. I'll put that there. I'm gonna do one at a. I'm gonna do the style, and then I'm gonna grab my acrylic sheet and start gluing. I should set the other table up too. So I have this other table. That I kind of want to set the acrylic sheet on. I have to move my my green rabbit too. Grunwald. I think that's going to be the green rabbit's name. Grunwald. No, Grunwald. Grunwald. Grun because it sounds like green. And I think it is German for green. I'm not positive though. I'm 50. I am 50. And I took 1 year of German my senior year of high school. 1993 to 1994. I've never had a chance to use it in a conversational setting. In math, like 32 years since high school graduation. Never had a chance to take more German. Never. And, sorry. Never had a chance to take more of it. Never really had a chance to practice it. But I think Grunwald is Deutsch for, or Grün is Deutsch for green. I gotta make like, I think like 50, 70 or something like that. I think 50 of the of hair wefts. But I got a big old acrylic sheet that I am definitely going to set up a second table for. Or I'm constantly going to be getting up and moving. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is the part that takes a while. Now, it's just the unraveling. Unraveling it into the 4 strands. But yeah, I saw videos this week of people making wigs. Like full wigs out of this, and they're not doing this. They're doing this. Setting up a couple tripods instead of using a piece of cardboard. But it's basically the same procedure. Some people even, some people brushing it out. But then sewing this into wig caps, proper wig caps. Not like the doll wig caps I have. And it is impressive. Part of me wants to try that sometime. But I'd only make like a mohawk or something. This part's nice. And I want to set up a second microphone just so you can hear this. Also, a very pleasant sound. I mean, I'm getting quite a bit on my brush, but okay, get that back up right. You know, I think I had more fun doing this in the winter, beginning of the year, because the iron was warm, and it is very warm in here. Because it is now July. And I know Britain's going through a little heat wave right now. Move that out of the way. I know Britain's going through a heat wave right now. But it's also kind of hot here. And humid. I'm sure that's in Britain too. Yeah, but this is going to be the entire string pretty much, I hope. Me making yarn wefts. I hope this is the entire stream. You know, I wonder, do I need to unravel? Let me try without unraveling any further. Might take a little longer to brush it out, but if I can do this without having to do the unraveling part. That'll take care of some of the time. Yeah, I'm gonna get the other table set up after I get this, get these ones brushed out and straightened, or get these brushed out. Then I can just move things to the other table and get my acrylic sheet out. You know what? I'm kind of thinking. No, I'm gonna straighten out. It'll be easier to glue the yarn wefts. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a quick break. I am going to I'm gonna set up the other table, get my drink. And maybe move some stuff around here before I continue. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll set up my table, get my drink, set up my table, set up the other table, and move a couple things around so I can get all this done. I will be back in a couple minutes. See you on the flip side. I've been muted this whole time. Okay, I'm just getting my stuff out. Here's my big old acrylic sheet. But I'm getting out my wash cup. I'm going to go fill that. So I'm going to mute myself again. I'll be back. But as you can see, I've just been brushing out wefts and stuff like that. So muting again, even though I just unmuted. Muting again to fill my wash cup. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back. So now I have to start gluing these wefts to the acrylic sheet. I'm trying to get that solid bit up top. So, come on, there we go. Get that over there. And just cut. Get the top up there. Get thin line of glue. And brush. I'm just going to brush the glue into the weft. Into the yarn. I'll just use this instead of my finger. But I just got to do that to all 5 of these wefts. And I'm using this big acrylic sheet. I am using this big acrylic sheet. Whoops. Because I can stick more on it. When I was working on the doll of my model at the beginning of the year, I was just like using little scrap pieces I had from other projects. And this time I decided a big sheet would be more appropriate because then I can stick more on here instead of having fits over little. I need. Do I have any containers over here I can use? Perhaps. Ow, 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 ow. Yes. This will work fine. I'm going to stick those little bits of yarn in here. Over there. Up a little bit. There we go. Just flatten that out with my finger a little bit. And in about a day or two, this will dry clear. And I'll be able to remove the wefts. I don't need that on. Maybe. Actually. Okay. But one thing I learned last time I made a doll. At the beginning of the year. Is make sure I have enough wefts at the start. Whoops. Wrong one. Oh. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. I just got to make sure I got enough wefts to start with. Because last time, it's like, okay, do a little work on the wig. Just do a little bit of work on the wig. And then, crap, I'm out of wefts. I think it's my dog hair in here. I don't use the brush on my dog. It's just shedding. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to put that up there. This on top. A bit of glue. And brush it on. Nope. Oh. Okay, one more to go after this. And then I got more wefts to make. No, I should do 2 dowels at a time, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Still working on the process. I'm going to use the fingers, I think. Okay. Rinse the brush out. Wipe it off. Give it another good quick rinse here. Okay. Let the brush dry. Gently move the acrylic sheet. Okay. Put the brush over here. Okay. I got like a whole tub full. I think I did that last week. Because that way I can just grab. Okay, move the camera back again. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 dolls at a time, so I think I'm gonna do like 75. That way I should only need to do only a couple streams of this. Set the first dowel. I'm gonna do 5 at a time on each dowel. In my plans for today, because I always, try to plan the stream up, what do I need to do for a project? Helps keep my brain organized. I always try to go with like enough to do. So when I was, doing this last week or, Monday for, this stream, I'm like, okay, I can make the yarn wefts and finish the wig tonight. No, I can't. I literally cannot make enough yarn weft and finish the wig because the glue needs time to cure. And it's just Elmer's. And it's not like some complicated glue. It's just Elmer's. But needs time to dry at least 24 hours. And there's no way, that glue will be cured by the end of stream. It may start drying, but I want I want a halfway decent cure on it. So once I get this done, if I have time, the plan is to start stringing the doll and doing the makeup on the doll. I don't think I'll get to that yet, but I am going to try to at least get it done. At least get as much of this hair wefts, all these hair wefts done as possible. Now I'm going to do 10 at a time, and then I will glue. I am also trying to keep track on how long I spend working on the doll. Because I am curious on how long this takes. And I don't want to go roughly how many days. I kind of want it hours and minutes. About how many hours does it take me to make one of these things? I can't believe people make wigs like this. With yarn. It impresses me. Not something I think I could do. I mean, maybe. Maybe I could make wigs. Maybe I can make a full wig out of this someday. But I don't know. I actually use two YouTube accounts to watch stuff. So on my phone, I have a personal account where I really like fucking with the algorithm. Okay, just this is the one YouTube I watch on my phone is while I'm I mean, if I'm not streaming and I'm working on a project on my craft table, for instance, I will be watching a YouTube video while I do it. Not one even related to the project. I'm gonna do all the unraveling first. When I'm eating, when I'm doing the dishes, when I'm cleaning. Because I like having that something, when I'm doing yard work, I'm listening to podcasts. When I'm out on a bike ride, I'm listening to music. But when I'm at, doing stuff like this, I got a video like off to the side. And then I use this account, my VTubing account, and that's where I have like all my tutorials and stuff. And some cooking streams or cooking videos. I'll be watching like a cooking video, when eating, or watch a tutorial or something that looks interesting. Like making wigs out of yarn. Stuff I wish I knew back in the early 2000s. No, I'm going to put that in my rules, I think. No, I'm taking a quick second. Just a quick second. I wonder if I can change that. Um, I know there's a rules thing. Where is it? Gotta be somewhere. Okay. Come on. I don't know where I can set my chat rules. Huh. Well, doesn't look like I can. Okay. I'll figure out how to do it later. But I was thinking about setting up a chat rule. A new chat rule. Once I figured out how to do it over the weekend, I'll have it up. I'm definitely not a hand model, as you can see. Even though I'd be a hand model with a cool scar. Couple of cool scars, actually. Okay. And then I will brush this one. Once these are all unraveled enough. I need a drink. Okay. Raise my seat. Oh, sorry. I gotta fix this seat. I have to. I know if I can get a little oil into the hydraulics. Kind of wish I had a straightening iron though for this. Okay. I am unmuted. Focus, man, focus. You do that after stream. I will unravel and brush one at a time. One at a time. Same with straightening. Unravel, brush, straighten. Then I'll go to the next dowel, unravel, brush, straighten. Then that's when I'll do the cutting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean off my shelf here. And really start organizing. What I want is like one of those like workshop set of drawers. And just have it for my craft stuff. That would be ideal. Okay. Brush. Okay. I gotta remember. I gotta also gotta look for some resin tonight. So my partner got some resin a couple years ago now for a project. They did that project, and hasn't touched the UV resin since. Just UV resin. But I gotta make eyes for this doll. I gotta make eyes for this doll. And I got eye blanks that I printed up that'll need painting, and I want to put some resin in there. So I gotta find the resins that my partner got. I don't need much. I don't really want to pull up the big bottles of resin for my printer. Just just for like a couple drops of resin. I don't want to pull out my resin printer resin. Okay. There's a little bit of straightening. Just kind of divide it up a little bit. That up there. I still wish I could have seen Miri Ijima in concert. I had a chance too. So story time. 2001. I go to my first anime con. Anime Central. It was the last year in their old place. They've been at the Hyatt Regency ever since, from 2002 on. But they were in their previous place. And I'm enjoying myself. I enjoyed myself. It was a great con. But there's an ad for Anime Weekend Atlanta. Down in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's and amongst the guests, it's going to be Marie Ijima. You know, she's going to do a little concert. It's going to be great. And I'm a fan of Macross. I'm a fan of Robotech. So it's like, oh, I am going to so go there. I want to see this. This will be great. The con's in September, near the end of September 2001. I think everybody remembers what happened in September of 2001. I haven't forgot. I haven't forgotten. So I'm like, okay, I book a hotel room. I get my tickets to the con. You know, I get my pass for the weekend, the full weekend. I hop on the Greyhound bus because I don't feel safe in planes at that time. Plus, there's no airport that near me that would go there. So I hop on a Greyhound. Down in Grand Rapids. There's like so many people wanting to go down south. Or at least get on the bus line that I'm going on. That it's full. And that's my transfer. So we have to wait for like multiple hours at the bus station in Grand Rapids until they can send another bus up. So you know, little late. You know, get on the bus, take it all the way down to Grand Rapids, down to Atlanta. This is the early days of the internet still, so I haven't paid any attention to any of the updates of the con. Social media, as we know it, doesn't exist. And I'm all excited to see Marie Ijima in concert. Get down to Atlanta. And because of the stuff that happened earlier in September of 2001, at the con that's taking place at the end of September 2001, she's canceled. She lives out in California, and she does not want to fly out to Atlanta, Georgia. Completely understandable. Completely understandable. But man, I was so disappointed. Still had fun at the con, though. I had great fun at the con. Anime Gal, was doing the remaster of the original Super Dimension Fortress Macross TV series for DVD release. Like a full remaster. Spending a lot of money on it. And they showed off the first couple episodes at the con. Got me excited. I have the whole box set. And it's down in my bookcase cupboard. The cupboard below my bookcase. And that blew me away. I mean, I don't remember completely everything. I attended a panel that had the voice actors who played Space Ghost and Zorak on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And that was fun. I remember that. I remember the not so fun. At the hotel I was staying at, somebody pulled the fire alarm, or a room party triggered the smoke detectors with a fog machine or something. I don't remember exactly what happened, but the fire alarm went off. Had to evacuate the hotel. That wasn't fun. And then once we got the all clear to go back in, the alarms were still going off. Really hard to get back to sleep that night. It was like really late when they got the fire alarms finally off, so I could, I was able to get some sleep. But all in all, the con was fun. I just never got to see Marie Iijima in concert. And then on the way back, I've got some of the bigger stuff that I purchased from the dealer's room in my big old duffel bag. And when we had a stopover at Louisville to change buses, so many bus changes to get down from northern Michigan to get down to Atlanta, Georgia. My bus stayed on the bus in Louisville and didn't get transferred to the new bus. A lot of people that happened to. I mean, we have tags on all of our luggage. Everybody's got tags. But some people are more upset because, they're going someplace else for various reasons. And they lose their luggage, and, at Grand Rapids, my luggage is completely gone. It's on the bus that was in that I was in up to Louisville. Thankfully, I was heading home. So I remember being pretty chill about that, because it's like, I'm going home. I got clean clothes at home. It's got the tag where it's supposed to go and where the destination. I can wait a couple of days for my stuff. A couple days later, I get to the bus stop, which is now long gone. I miss that bus stop, actually. Weird to miss a bus stop, but the bus stop was also a used bookstore. And the bookstore is long gone. And I miss the bookstore. I miss going in there and browsing, seeing if there's anything that looked interesting and being able to get it for fairly cheap. We don't have one of those in the area anymore. Kind of sad. I think it's a chiropractor's place now. But I do miss it. Okay. And now the only con I go to is the regional one. Regional Comic Con. Meanwhile, I want to go back to JFAX. No, the Japanese Animated Film and Art Expo down in Grand Rapids. That was a fun con. I just gotta convince people that, we gotta go there. It's a slightly longer trip, but definitely would be the trip that we would need to get hotel rooms. I want to go back to that. I want to go to an anime con. Oh well. At least I'm making a doll. Yeah. When I'm cleaning up, I am going to have to take a lint roller to this, I think. I really got to get some kind of mic set up. So I can do this. Trying to think of something I can do. I just don't think I have the right cords. I have these little wireless lavaliers that I could plug into. I could probably plug into the USB-C port on my laptop. I could probably plug in my USB-C port and get like right up there. Plug the receiver into the USB-C port, but at the same time, that would probably block off one of the USB ports that I'm currently using. Because I do not want to plug my microphones or my mixer's USB cord directly into a hub. There we go. This weekend, I think everything's gonna be quiet. It's gonna be a quiet weekend up here, I think. As far as I know, we don't have any plans for the weekend. I hope we don't have any plans for the weekend that I don't know about. I mean, we got shopping tomorrow. That's about the only plan that I am positive that we have. I was hoping this weekend can be a nice, quiet weekend. Okay. Okay. Iron time. Okay. With then you get a reflection from the ring light, unfortunately. A little lower. Little bit. Right about there. I don't know why I'm trying to be so precise. Okay. Sorry if I'm bumping my mic with my arm. Don't tell me it clogged. There we go. There we go. Okay. There. Okay. Hoping it's not completely clogged. That would suck. There we go. I'm thinking 50 to 75 should be enough. And this is just an acrylic sheet that I picked up. That's an acrylic sheet I picked up at in the stained glass section of local craft. Well, the local chain craft store. The one I'd rather not have to go to, but it's the only one we have because, yeah. Financial, some money bozos got control of Joanne Fabrics, and we lost Joanne Fabrics. And we don't have any other craft stores we can get to easily now. It's Thursday. I don't have to switch cameras. Thursday is a dedicated day to this. You can't really see what I'm doing on camera, but it's more the same. Okay, I think I can have a row of 10. Per dowel. Well, per row. And I'm thinking 75 should be enough. Ugh. It. Okay. You know, maybe only be able to fit 30 on the sheet at a time. That is fine. I can get 30 done a day. I'll consider that I'll consider that successful. Once I don't get done today, I will be doing off camera. Mainly because the next couple streams are only a couple hours long. I do not want to waste time. I do not want to spend time doing this when I'm limiting myself to, I kind of want to still play some video games. Plus, I'm going to be putting the sheet on top of my 3D printer. And I don't want to hug my 3D printer all the time either. For more than a few days. So it's a lot. But one thing I do kind of want to stream sometime, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to do it. But I would love to run a Power Rangers campaign, a Power Rangers RPG campaign on stream. It's more the starting up a campaign and running the campaign kind of thing. No. It's the prepping of the campaign, prepping of each session, figuring out who's going to do it and can do it on the regular. Because the problem with running a campaign any kind of TTRPG campaign. As adults, is literally the people. People have lives. People's cars break down if it's like a if you're doing something like that in the physical space. No, people get sick. People have accidents. Life happens. And I would like to be able to be prepared for something like that. Okay. I am going to take a second and see if I have a lint roller in my cabinet over here. Oh. Lint roller? And a lint brush. No, I had a lint roller. I think the resin printer has taken that over pretty much. Well, I was just gonna roll up some of the hair on here, but I can get the next part done. Okay, move my camera back. Oh, get a drink. Definitely gonna be running the AC after this. So 5 per dowel. So whatever I don't get done today, I will finish off camera of the yarn weft. Whoops. Let me redo this one. Okay, there we go. Five on there. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, this weather's not helping my body out. I am in pain. I'm in pain today. Just because it's been kind of humid. Well, not humid, really. More barometric pressure changing. Hopefully, it's going to stabilize. Let me take a quick look at the weather report. Okay. No. Close you out. Weather. Oh, man. Don't care about all of that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're in the sunshine. It's clearing out. What's the next couple days looking like? Yeah, it's gonna get hotter again. Damn. This part of summer I don't like. But it's gonna be clear and I need to mow the lawn. And it's gonna get like really hot when I have to go mow the lawn this weekend. Oh man. Man. Well, I'll have to live with it, unfortunately. There we go. I'm gonna have to move the portable AC unit back into the bedroom. Into the other bedroom. Nice having it in here though. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna unravel all 10. And then I will start brushing out and ironing. Sorry, it's got. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. There we go. I really wish I could get a manicure. Pedicure, not so much. I don't want people seeing my feet. But I'm sure a manicure wouldn't be too bad. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Okay. I'm going to get some time this weekend to do more of this. Hopefully I can do some of this on Saturday. Off stream. Because I got a microfoam arm like right there, or like right in front of me. With my microphone on it. Plugged into a mixer. And I really don't want to have to do every project with that thing with this in the way. There we go. Okay. I really hope I can get some time tomorrow and Saturday to do this. I got another acrylic sheet I can use. I need to make more. I was planning to use that second acrylic sheet for a second dowel. Because I got 2 dowels I'm working on right now. But Grunwald only needs its costume, which is what I'm working on that dowel. And then after this, I am, well, not after this, after Grunwald, I'm working on a remake of my model. The doll of my model, using green filament and hopefully and giving it the correct wig. It's all printed up, needs to be cleaned up and worked on. But I want to start that after I get Grunwald done. Unfortunately, life's been getting in the way recently. Not in any drastic ways, it's just more. It's just more, last weekend's holiday weekend, chores, the normal stuff. Nothing dramatic, at least. I'm so out of the loop with everything. My life is kind of free of drama. Okay. Okay, there we go. And the cord for my iron's been bugging my shin. Okay. Mm. Bump, bump. Almost. Ah. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can do more. Tomorrow's shopping day, so I might be able to get some more wefts done tomorrow. All depends on how much energy I have after grocery shopping. Okay. Okay. Almost. Come on. Move those over to the side. And Start the brushing. I'm gonna do a little more. Okay. This works so much easier. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Almost. Oh. Yarn wefts. Look at this. Okay. That ironed. Okay. Okay. Gotta close that. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. One of these days I'll remember to close this before switching over. Good. Fortunately, this is not waterproof. If I could afford a waterproof glue that dried clear, that would be great. Dried clear and wasn't toxic. I mean, the thing is, at least with the Elmer's glue, it's not toxic. There's no bad fumes. It dries clear, no fumes. And is generally affordable for something like this. Hmm. So for making a doll, the Elmer's is really good. I just wish I could find something like that's waterproof. Okay. um, Moving some stuff around here. Yeah, I can fit about 30 per sheet at the moment. Okay. You want this to soak into into the hair too, to bind the little strands here. Oh yeah, of course my monitor craps out now. Okay, I really can't see the chat at the moment. So if anybody comes in, please behave. Okay. Okay, bring this back over to this monitor. Now that I got a second. There we go. Where did I put those other pieces of plastic? The little pieces. Hmm. Okay. I'll wipe the top off here and close it. Wash the brush. Okay. Oh, that is another bunch of yarn weft. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, my legs hurt. Okay. I'm gonna take a second. Um, let a little boy out. Stretch my legs. I will be back in a few minutes. In the flip side. Okay. Oh, back to making more wefts. I had to get up and stretch a little bit. My legs were, oh, so stiff. Oh, what are you up to, Crypto? You're a good boy, Crypto. I think he's getting bored. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he's well woken up and bored. I just grabbed 5. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find some the smaller plastics too. I'm thinking 75 should be should be enough. Okay. Unraveling. And my monitor crept out again. Sometimes it'll go for like a long time and then a couple minutes it feels like. Only reason I'm doing this is so I didn't have to move my monitor. My regular second monitor. But oh well. Kind of want to. I do want to get a good second monitor. Kind of want to go to Goodwill now. Go pick up some. I mean, see if I can get like a toaster oven, so I can something cheap, so I can dry out my desiccant beads. And use it as a filament dryer if I need to. Then I don't have to worry about putting that stuff in our oven. Don't want to do that. Something completely separate. I know they have some relatively inexpensive monitors there, or really cheap old monitors. What's you up to, crypto? Honestly, I think right now, looking at that sad face, I might. I'm gonna take another quick break and see if he needs anything. He didn't want to go out earlier, but maybe he wants to go out now. I'm gonna go see. So give me a second. Quick break. He wanted out. The first one was like, okay, I'm gonna go out and get a drink, but I cannot be convinced to go outside. And this time it was like, yeah, I gotta go outside and go potty. Oh, I'm gonna focus on this one first and get that big acrylic sheet taken care of. But I will be doing more offline work. Because this will not be enough. Actually, I'll just grab that second. No, I'm gonna use the little ones. And that way, if I work on tomorrow, I can start working on that second sheet. But yeah, I want to see if I can get like a if we go to Goodwill, see if I can get like a used toaster oven that I can use for the desiccant beads and maybe temporary filament drying if I need to. And maybe a second monitor. I know they always have the cheap monitors there, and who knows, maybe I can find like a hair straightener for this part. But that's only if we go to Goodwill. We just have to get some stuff that we can really only pick up at Walmart or Meijer. Let's be honest, I really don't want to go out there if we don't have to. I mean, with the stuff that we need, and if we can pick it up at like the grocery store and pick up like maybe one or two things at like Dollar General, that should also be good. So I'm just going to brush out this one and get the big sheet done. Okay. Okay. Ah, hands work. Mm. I can statically charge. Okay. quick. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a second here. I'm just gonna see if I have the little plastic sheets in the cupboard here too. Oh, they were in here at some point. There's a couple. There they are. Problem is clear plastic. So there's a little sheet. I'm gonna use those once the big sheet's filled. Okay. And big sheet will be filled soon. Okay. I am down to maybe 5 slots, 6, 7 maybe. But it's going to be filled up pretty soon. But once I am done with this sheet, crap. Once I am done with this sheet, it's going to be moved on top of my 3D printer. And the only reason for that is because I have space right there. And then tomorrow, if I've got enough energy after grocery shopping, if I have enough energy after grocery shopping, I can do more. Come on. The other way there. Ugh. I feel like I should be doing all of this on camera. But the camera only gets so far. Like right about to here. And right about to the edge of the just past the edge of the filament. And I don't want to move the camera more than I have to, you know? I think I'm going to after I get this one on. After I get this one on, I'm gonna move the sheet so it can have a day or two to cure. Okay. Let's clean that off. And clean that off. Okay. There we go. Okay, I am going to move this big sheet of acrylic and then knock out many more little ones as I can. Oh. Okay. There. I don't know how many more I'll be able to get, but I'll be able to get some more done. Okay. Oh. I think after these ones, I'm actually going to call it. Oh, you know, I didn't finish cleaning off my brush. Okay, brush clean. I stuck it in the wash cup. I just didn't finish cleaning it off. Where can I stick these pieces when I'm done? Yeah, I'll figure it out. Whoa, whoa. Ah! Had a little bit of fuzz in my hand. I mean, I got yarn fuzz all over the place. I'm surprised Crypto isn't looking like a black lab yet. I'm taking off. I'm taking these off. My feet are feeling gross. Cheap store brand Crocs. I had to have them on so I could go outside and get the dog. Get Crypto back in. Actually, it was to get his brother in earlier. Okay. Like every bit of open space I think in this room is going to be taken over with little pieces of acrylic soon. Last one. Okay. I flip that over. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think these will be the last wefts of the night. Or of the afternoon. Ah! Flying away! Okay, almost. Okay. That means I can unplug this iron soon. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm unplugging the iron. Okay. I'm gonna shake the glue up just to be on the safe side. I also got a bottle of Elmer's glue if I need it. Because I have a big bottle of school glue. Almost done. And if I decide to do any more tonight, I'm gonna do it just on the little plastics. That is definitely an if. Okay. I'll most likely do more tomorrow. Off stream. Well, of course, the monitor crapped out again. Okay. Ah. Ugh. Final weft. Final weft. Let me just move OBS back over to my other monitor. Okay, well, thank you. I'm about to end stream actually. It's my normal end time, almost in a couple minutes. So, but thanks for the lurk. Much appreciated. Okay, that is it. That is the last weft of the night. That is a grand total of 40 out of 75. Okay. So I will be back. Hopefully be back. Depends on how much energy I have, I guess. But hopefully be back on Sunday to do more work on the doll and play some Paralives. Hopefully. And I'll be doing another big, long 4-hour Handcam stream on Thursday in a week. I'm going to go see if I can find somebody to raid. Let me go to my keyboard. Let me get my keyboard here. I'm going to see if I can find somebody to raid. And we'll call it. First things first. Okay. Let's go here. It looks like they're working on more stickers, so I'm going to send out a raid, and I will be back on Sunday. Till then, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye! Let me get to bye.